So I've had some people ask me why I seem to have such a positive attitude despite having such a scary diagnosis. And it kind of boils down to, as far as I'm concerned, I am remarkably lucky. Unfortunately, about 50% of people newly diagnosed with glioblastoma do not survive the first year. I think that probably has things to do with, hey, they were unaware they were ill, they were unaware things were going on inside their head, and wherever the tumor ends up interferes with the things that runs their body. In my case, I found out I had a tumor because I simply had a seizure, and the car accident I was in didn't wrap the car around a tree. I scraped up some paint. Very promptly, I got CAT scanned. They found my tumor. Within a couple days, they knew exactly what was going on. And 11 days after diagnosis, I was on an operating table, and they drilled a hole in the back of my head, and they were able to reach in and remove the tumor. In the words of one of my very favorite nurses at NYU, hey, you had a problem. You had a brain tumor. Now you don't have a brain tumor. Less problem. That my tumor location let them do surgery without messing me up. Great news for me. Probably speaks to me having a longer survival curve than most with that. The other thing is the real estate where this tumor was. It's back in occipital parietal region. So mostly that's stuff that runs vision. So the cameras, my eyes work fine. I can see everything. I have a little bit of trouble stitching the picture together with stuff that's over here in the left fields. I'm kind of funny to watch when I'm driving or doing things that are visually intensive because I'm looking around as much as I can to scan to make sure that little blank spot's moving around, that I'm getting it all. Occasionally I have some numbness in this hand, but it's really not very bad and it's fleeting. Seems to be a function of how much brain swelling I have going on at any one time. And I have a little bit poorer balance than I used to, particularly with my eyes closed. And I think that's just a proprioception thing. The other thing going for me is I showed up healthy. Like, I don't have diabetes, I don't have liver disease, my kidneys work, very, very active, very high level of fitness, and just inherently a pretty strong discipline practice before I was ill. I was asking the hospital crew what's the biggest problem they have taking care of people, and they said patients being compliant with the therapy. I've pretty much gone to the gym every day of my life since I was 14. I'm compliant with the therapy. When they tell me to do stuff, I make the time for it. Sometime later in the week or maybe next week, I'll start going into what kind of home occupational therapy, physical therapy I'm doing to try and make everything work. But I deeply subscribe to movement is the fountain of youth. And if I can get enough decent sleep and keep moving around properly, that's probably the best I can do with keeping the body working the way it's supposed to. Now, my next big thing this week is in 2 days, I get another MRI to see how my tumor is progressing. And I visit with the care team at NYU to talk about going into a new drug trial. So that's going to be an adventure and interesting. And I look forward to sharing with you all about that. Talk to you in a couple days.